here's me, here is these thoughts that come up. And by the way, most people who've researched this say that when our minds wander, they primarily wander to negative things. And lawyers, we know we have a very strong negativity bias. It's what makes us excellent lawyers. We can think of every worst case scenario. We can, figure out how to deal with the worst of the worst. And so learning how to notice where our mind has gone is really important. So this is me, this is a thought. A thought comes up, and before you know it, you have latched onto it, and it takes us for a ride. I can't believe that happened yesterday. What am I going to do about tomorrow? Oh, now my back hurts. Great, I'll never be able to do any of my work. So I don't know about you, but I know this mind, it is exhausting, and it is the way most of us go when we're not aware of our mental patterns, of our mind, not mental, but our mind patterns. And so what we're doing in mindfulness is training the mind so that when a thought comes up, we can see, oh, that's a thought. Oh, worrying is happening. Oh, planning is happening, and I really don't have enough data. And you know how sticky thoughts are. They are going to want to be thought. They're going to want you to think about them. And we're building the capacity to not always latch on, because we know that the only times we get stuck in these thinking patterns is when we're holding on. And what we start to notice with practice is when something arises, if we don't latch onto it, it tends to fall away. Thoughts are arising all day long, feelings are arising all day long. And if we don't have to be collapsed into them and driven by them, we have the capacity to make more choice. So that is one recommendation. Do what you can to stay in the present as much as possible. And when you notice you've wandered, if it's someplace that isn't helpful, just notice you've wandered and come on back. And that is like resistance training for the mind. Okay, second thing I'd want to talk about is doing what we call a mindful check-in. Taking some time every day, once, a couple of times, whenever it's needed, to just check in with the direct experience of you. The question I sometimes use is, what's it like to be me right now? So we have lots of stories of how we are that go anything from, oh, I'm fine, to, oh, I think I'm doing okay, my back hurts a little bit, and then we go on and do everything we feel we need to get done. So this practice is actually going underneath the story about how we are to what is the truth right in this minute, because it changes all the time, but in this moment, how are you? So we do that by checking into our thoughts, our emotions, and sensations in the body. So if I want to do that for myself right now, I'm going to check into my body. What do I notice? Well, one thing I notice is that my lower back hurts a little bit today. I'm surprised. I don't know why, but it is. And I'm noticing that actually I'm breathing better than I was yesterday. So there must be a little more calm today. What feelings are here? Well, a little bit of nervousness because I'm talking to a large group of people on videotape, and I don't know how it's going to go. Also a little bit of excitement because I'm talking to lots of people and I feel like I can share something I know. And what are the thoughts in my mind? Well, one thought is, I wish I hadn't forgotten what I wanted to say before. And so the video isn't perfect. So now I'm noticing I need things to be perfect mind. Okay, so that's how it is for me right now. And in this space, I can make some decisions. The question we ask in mindfulness is, when we come into the present moment, what's called for now? So owning, taking a moment to own that my low back feels a little funny today, means hopefully I'm going to make a choice. Maybe after this video, I'll lie down on my back with a heating pad or an ice pack for a few minutes. Something that I may not have done if I had just heard sort of a little whisper of my back hurts, but not stop to really acknowledge it, that it hurts. And I might make other choices as well. So I encourage you to check in every day. And we have something called the stop practice. So if you notice that you're triggered or there's extra stress, you notice your belly is clenched or your jaw hurts or your teeth are clenched, stop and check in too, so that the stress and anxiety isn't driving the decisions. You, in your most calm mind, is making the decisions. So the mindful check-in. And I am offering to the ACC, and some of you have this probably already from the program that I did, but some recordings that I've put together with a mindful check-in, with a variety of short mindfulness practices. And so you can do that just to get used to it. And then, you can do it in a minute at a time.